Well, good morning and thank you for starting your day off with me. My name is Kipper and this is another episode of Get Up and Get Rad with Kipper, an experiment in creating a daily YouTube video where we tell you all the things that you can be excited about on a daily basis. It's January 24th, 2022. Let's get into it. Man, I gotta tell you, I am so grateful that you are continuing to, celebrate this grand experiment with me creating these daily YouTube videos. Once again, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I am grateful that you are coming along for the ride. You are more awesome than the standard bear, and that is good news because today, friends, is National Compliment Day. So as I am complimenting you for being so kind and courteous, for, putting up with my constant uhs and I have no ideas what I'm doing, you can also extend those compliments to someone else. Take a moment to appreciate the people that make your life special. All right, let's talk about all of the incredible anniversaries and different landmark things that happened on this day in the past. First off, in 1950, so 72 years ago, a guy named Percy L. Spencer filed a patent for something called a method of treating foodstuffs. What does that mean? It means that, we can all press set 5 minutes to pop some popcorn, because that eventually became known as the microwave oven. All right, let's talk about more inventions. On this day in 1984, a company named Apple Computers introduced the Macintosh after an incredibly successful ad campaign directed by Ridley Scott, who directed Alien and went on to bring us The Last Duel, which, from what I understand, has some pretty impressive hairstyles in it. All right, next up, let's talk about, should we talk about, let's talk about TV. Let's talk about, on this date in 1994, a TV show, an animated TV show, the first one that was non-sitcom to appear in prime time, The Critic, starring John Lovitz, debuted. I, for the longest time, thought that was a spin-off of The Simpsons, but I was incorrect. It turns out that it was actually written and created by two former writers from The Simpsons, Al Jean and Mike Rice, and was a completely solo and independent entity, but later had a crossover with The Simpsons, which would lead me and perhaps you to your incorrect assumptions. Okay, also mentioning TV, on this day in 1988, WWF hosted the first ever Royal Rumble. And although I have never seen one, I've got to really hand it to them for an incredible alliteration, a hallmark of pop culture. And basically you just have 1,000 different wrestlers all showing up into a ring, timed out, and then whoever is the last man standing is the winner. And the first ever last man standing, want to take a guess? I'm sure that our professional wrestling fans know exactly who it is, was Hacksaw Jim Duggan, a professional wrestler whose entire bit was carrying around a 2x4, which I think is extremely awesome improvisation. You know, you're walking around backstage and then you grab something, you're like, oh, this is gonna be my shtick here. I got a big piece of wood, and now whenever I show up in a ring, I'm gonna have a big piece of wood. Cheap, easy, effective, and if you ever lose your piece of wood, you can just head to the Home Depot or the Lowe's and grab a new one. All right, I'm trying to figure out if there's any other things that we really need to get in today, and I think we're pretty cool. I think this is a good start. I hope that your start is awesome and that you start your day with me here again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being a part of Get Up and Get Rad with Kipper.